Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steve. Hopefully everyone is for another day. Sports betting, a little bit of Major League Baseball, NBA. Whoa, I got the music going for the ads. All right, goodness. All right, and some NHL. So I think we're all ready to go. Ramon, how was your day yesterday?
Does anybody ever get interrupted by the ads on our show? Does it? Does that happen to us? I don't even know. I don't think it happens maybe on the replay or something. I don't know. Do we have enough? Does Tony have enough subscribers? He's coming up to another milestone very, very soon on subscribers to the channel. Hello to you, Mindy Han, and hello to everyone in the chat. Welcome to another week of the Morning Steam with the Midwest's premier sports handicapper, Mindy Han. I'm Ramon Scott. Look at our chat filling up today, Mindy, for our card. You mentioned it, Major League Baseball. It's all about the baseball in the daytime. Just the way you like it, Mindy.
I do.
So
It's
many
my
day
favorite.
games. Well, yeah, you can't go anywhere today. You got to watch baseball and pick some winners with me, hopefully. When a show with Tony, it seemed like I couldn't get very many right there yesterday. But premiums were okay. Let's head on over to Tony'sPicks.com in a moment. We'll say hello to everyone here that's filing in as well. We saw pictures of you enjoying a beverage. Then you went to the golf course.
Right. It was a big day. And then we went out to eat again. So I felt like my day was pretty much full of eat and drink, I would say.
Hello to who was here first to let open the door for everyone. Let's take a look. Oh, well, it was Ron. Ron got here first today. And also Curtis. They were here before everybody else, and we were really late because of me, but Butterscotch is here. Thomas Walk This Way is here today. Wow. Where's Walk This Way been?
The other Scott Smart, right?
Okay. And Relly Buns is here today too.
Bright and early.
Bionic is here, been a nice new contributor there. TJ. Sherilyn's here today.
Gym at the gym.
Yeah, but she meant good morning, but more like maybe get into the gym. That's what I need to do. Okay, or do something. All right, Butterscotch. Oh, Panger Life is here. And Matt D also. Wow. How's your baseball coming along, Mindy? I think.
I started 0-2 for the season. What the heck? How could it be? Yeah, it's one of those like I feel like my matchups were bad. Like I had to play my brother, and it's like the two of us had the highest fantasy points of the week, kind of thing, right? And he still beats me. I would have won against anyone else.
I want to say hello to Mario and Gerardo, but also Christopher Domkowski. Hello, Chris. Great to have you.
Yes.
I don't know what a when is, but
Wednesday, Ramon. It's a Wednesday.
Oh gosh. Okay, making money making Wednesday. Okay, I thought it was some kind of thing that I didn't know what was about. Yeah, how about it yesterday, Mindy? All the road teams.
Wow, that was crazy, wasn't it?
Rangers. The chat. Well, yeah, and the Discord seemed to. Well, there was some Toronto, but my Toronto correspondent told me that Tampa Bay was going to crush them, and I didn't listen. Winnipeg and Seattle. I did have Seattle as a premium, but had two not so premiums. Wednesday, that's what it's called. So let's go over real quick to Tony'sPicks.com and let's get this show started because we've got a lot of games we've got to preview, but we just want to talk about everybody on the leaderboard there, including Daniel Walasachuk. Another fine day for Daniel. He's really had a strong month so far. Nick Vartini, he's been a big-time contributor so far since they've joined the site. And the VIP account, 2-0. Mindy, I thought you had the day off. You had 18 plays yesterday.
Well, I might have had some fun, but I still got my picks in, right?
Still a winning day. Could have been bigger. Any disappointments in the?
Yeah, I mean,
the baseball was great, huh?
Yeah, baseball was great. I was, 10-5 in baseball, but then I was, of course, 0-3 in the NBA.
Oh, no.
I think I might just have to take a day off, right? So pretty crazy how the NBA has been playing out for me.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
these playoffs have just, been difficult. So.
Okay, because I don't know. I don't remember what happened necessarily on Monday with you, but we're back on.
I think we did okay, premium wise or whatever.
Okay,
but me personally, not so good.
Matchups that we're back on today: Lakers, Grizz, Heat, Bucks, Minnesota, Denver, and the key.
Yeah, we did good on these. It was just that other slew.
Sam was 2-1-1. Probably had 10 winners. Also big volume like Mindy comes out on top. Ben 2-1, and Ralph with a short winner with a dog in there. And you see for the last week, Collins is the one on top, 1,168 units. Daniel 603 units, and Hollywood Sam also in the profit this week. And for the last 30 days, Hollywood Sam, 24. Those three guys right there. Hollywood Sam, 2,400. They've been carrying the site over the last 30 days. Collins Brown, 2,179. Daniel, 1,427. I'm still hanging in there, 1,300 over the last 30 days. And the VIP account, Ralph Raymond and Tiffany, all in the green over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check out our premium picks. There you'll find our best picks every day. We're about to give you here on our show. If you're just joining us, I know you all have been here before. Maybe there's one or two that are saying, what's this all about? This guy and this gal going to talk some sports betting. And we sell our premium picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. Those are our best picks. And we come on the show, give a bunch of free picks, hopefully hit them all right. And then you're like, these guys are great. Let's get their premium picks. And that's part of the whole package, right? So we have our premium picks, but you can save 20% by using the promo code TonyT at checkout to save on our premium picks. And you see here, Collins is up there today. He's got a 5-pack, including games in they're all in Major League Baseball. He's called it the early pitch, and you can say that again, Mindy. We're starting with baseball today because of the Daniel's got a 3-pack, including 1 NBA and 2 games in the major leagues. And Collins also coming in with a big night card, and why not? I mean, he's clicking so far. Ben's got a 3-pack in the major leagues. Nick has a 3-pack in the NBA. He's hot so far. 7-1 in the playoffs, he says. Nick's got also an NHL 3-pack going. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and pick up our premium picks. These are absolutely our best picks every day over at Tony's Picks. Click on the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice, click on their handicapper profile page, and get signed up. You can also get the picks of our morning steam team over there at Tony'sPicks.com. If you miss our show at all, Mindy, you can come in and get, not you. You're not going to,
I'll come and subscribe. Yeah. They're good picks.
You can get our picks right there. You see it. You can get a 3-day or a 7-day pass with our morning steam picks. And what it does is it gives you all the picks that we're about to agree on here on the show. We go through each and every game one by one. And if we agree, it's a premium pick for us combined. Now, these are not to be confused with our individual premium picks. We never do that. We're never going to duplicate. I think Mindy once, and you and I both kind of did it once on accident, but
mean, we try not to, but sometimes I mess up.
I know I've done it, and but when we agree, it comes down to what we call a consensus pick. A lot of times, you guys in the chat are agreeing with us too to give us a little more confidence, and we repackage those over at Tony's Picks. So, not going to charge you for something we're giving away for free here, but hey, you're busy. Maybe you don't want to go through the looks of YouTube videos. You want to know what the plays were, and $99 for 3 days, not that it's just taking care of Mindy and I, really. It gives us a little commission on that if you want to. And we know people do that because we see. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Let's start to say maybe hello to a few more and get started, Mindy, because we got to get this show going. But I have a new person in the chat that I want to introduce you to here.
Who might it be?
Doubles is here today, and Gerardo is mentioning about the hockey game. It's Jerome Taylor.
Hello.
Welcome to Jerome. So a couple new people here already that I don't recognize, that I'm excited that they're here. Jerome is maybe he can be our new viewer of the day.
All right.
Hello to Jerome. And Ron, right, we'll talk about the injuries as well. Hello to Pick Zombies. Hello to Demetrius. And he's talking about Waldachuk. I mentioned on the show yesterday, I'll tell you about it. And we'll get to it. We talk about the baseball. And I was not I didn't like the card. I just felt uncomfortable. I was trying to give out winners on Tony's show. I didn't like the card. I was coming in with late steam because it was a little bit, I don't know about gun shy, but today I like it a lot better. Maybe because you're here, Mindy. Maybe I just feel more confident.
We're lost without each other, Ramon. That's what it is.
You here. We'll get some picks. Darren's here today. He's been doing a good job in the Discord. Join us in our Discord. We have more conversation every day over in our Discord. We got people posting tickets, different things every day, advice. I get a great conversation going. I follow all the conversation every day. Oh, I think I messed up right there, and I hit no. Okay, I got it on
the stream. Yeah. All right.
Oh, was I do the wrong?
Okay.
I knew it. Yeah, I missed.
Who's gonna join our live chat?
Anybody wants to come in can click on that link. I'm not going to put you on the air, but you can go in backstage. I'll just delete. I can't even delete it, but that's okay. Because you can come in, but I'm not putting you on just yet. Let me do that again, then, Mindy. Sorry about that. About that. All right. Who knows? If you do come on and it's one of our regulars, maybe we will pop you up there on the air.
Yeah, we can have up to 10 people at once per stream.
There we go. There's the Discord. Right. That's the Discord link. I knew I didn't click on the right button there. Ron here today. Eric Nolan here today. Michael Thompson. Wow, we got a lot of people. 4 dozen here already, so we better go. We better get a rolling. Butterscotch. Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Ron Hahn says, is that a prediction or is there news that we don't know about quite yet? Because, Mindy, I'm showing right now that Giannis is doubtful tonight. It sucks. Really want to see him in there. We want to see him in there. It's important for the Bucks, down 1. So, all right. And Luis Venegas is here today.
Good morning.
Been here before a few times, and he's part of the team. All right. All right, let's get ready, Mindy. We can't wait any longer. And we're going to go with our free picks rapid rundown here and get some consensus going today. We should. I mean, we got a full Major League Baseball card. We've got 4 NHL. We've got 3 NBA. And I don't know, Butterscotch is – what is this, Mindy? Is the Indiana Fever – is it WNBA?
It's almost starting 1 month from today, Ramon. 1 month from today. But I think
I'm so excited about this season. Like last season got you all
I am
excited.
excited. Yes, very
Last
much
year
so.
you didn't want any part of me with WNBA.
I know. Not this year, though, Ramon. We'll do
You're
it. We'll
going
do
for
the
it.
WNBA.
Okay. Giannis called Ron and said, "I'm playing, buddy." And I don't doubt that it bothered. It was just upsetting because of the fact that he could not come back in the game and had to. Well, he did come back, but then he had to leave. So uh, really upset there for Giannis. I thought Draymond. Did we see that as a 1 game suspension? Is that right, you guys? I might have just missed it,
Yeah,
but maybe you guys in the chat can tell
that's what
me.
I
I mean,
saw anyway, Ramon.
The Warriors aren't playing today, but let's get rolling with the show and the picks and everything. Get this baseball started
Right.
because
We got to get going. It starts
we got
early today. Early.
day games. We got day games. Baseball, you never love ya forever and ever. Ron does not. Yeah, I mean, just use some common sense, right? Draymond's a guy that's gonna, he is that guy, and okay, Moneyline Mills here today. Just want to say hello, TJ. Also mentioned. Okay, let's go, Mindy. Here we go.
Where are we going?
Well, we're going right here to Cincinnati to get things started with the Rays. Are they back? Are they in a slump? Are they hot? Are they good? Are they inconsistent? I don't know now all of a sudden, but they do have Rasmussen on the mound today. We know Rasmussen has been, he's been decent, but he actually I think he's responsible for a loss or two already. I don't mean responsible. He's got a 2.6 ERA with a 0.87 WHIP, Mindy. But going up against Stout here, who loves it? Hey, doesn't everybody love a good Stout?
I don't.
No, you weren't
No, I'm
drinking.
like, I don't want to drink beer that tastes like or smells like feet. No, thank you.
You weren't okay. So Stout, he's the number 14 prospect of the Reds. They picked him up in a trade from the Mariners. He was in the Castillo deal, so he's been at Louisville. He made a start or two, three starts is what I'm seeing now as I check it out. 4.09 ERA, 1.55 WHIP, 9 walks, 10 strikeouts in 11 innings. This is his major league debut.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We don't ever know what we're going to get, right, Ramon? I mean, we had some guys come out and, be on fire this season, and other folks that came out and didn't fare so well, right? So, I don't know. Rasmussen's been struggling a little bit with his control early on. That's how he got that loss versus, Toronto. But other than that, he's been, on fire here. I'm going to take the Rays on the run line. I think they can go ahead and get it done. It's just one of those like. For me, probably wouldn't make it a premium just because I got a little bit of uncertainty here with the Reds lineup.
Boy, you look at that line too, and maybe because of the rookie pit, that's why we're seeing the 225. But really, were the Reds going to throw out anybody else out there? That. Well, I take that back because I want to just mention. Yesterday, I don't want to slight Hunter Green, Mindy. Just yesterday signed. Congratulations! Wow, $53 million. It feels like you want to secure a guy like that. He hasn't necessarily been awesome so far. He can be awesome, right? But we'll talk about Hunter when he pitches again. But just want to mention that 6 years, $53 million yesterday.
I'll take it.
Probably, I think he is that good. I just don't think we've seen yet. But again, other than that, who else are the Reds necessarily going to put out there other than a rookie that in this situation? So Mindy's going to take the Rays on the run line. I'm probably going to join her. I just am worried, like you said, Mindy, about the little bit of inconsistency in Rasmussen. So it almost sounds as if what you're saying, a run line might be a little more questionable. But again, they've tasted defeat here in this series, but they came back strong yesterday in that one with that huge win, 9-0, 10. What was it? 9-1, 9-1, 9-1 was the score yesterday. So it ended up going over. I did have a premium winner there. Let's take a look at what the chat likes in this game. Ron is on the Rays. Relly Bun says he's back on the Rays team total, but is he going over or under? I'm not sure. All right. Lucky Power here today. Just good morning. Thank you, Lucky. Okay, and here is Pick Zombie says Rays team total over, but maybe this guy is good. Maybe, but I don't know. But a 14th rated prospect, they never, how many prospects can you have, right?
Obviously 13.
Well, more than that. We know that those lists can reach down even into the, 20s, 30s, 40s, but organizations aren't as big as they used to be. We don't have like farm teams all over the country. That's too bad. Burley's here today. NBH Woo is back. Hello to NBH Woo. Yep, and Butterscotch wants to raise run line. Demetrius, raise and over. Burley, raise run line. Hanger Life, raise -2.5. Ron says he would consider that as well. Well, it seems like all about the Rays, Mindy. It might make me. I was never really considering the Reds here in this game, but want to say, Mindy, let me introduce you to Elijah Epperson. I'm not sure we've met Elijah before, but it's great to have Elijah here. It looks like he knows what's going on here. Looks like maybe someone has been watching and hasn't been able to comment. So thank you, Elijah. Bionic here is on the under. Here's Darren on the under. So we do have a little bit of support here for the under. The steam has come. The reported steam has come raising over tonight in this one. So today in this one. Maybe just because it's dark out here still. In fact, I'm still showing now, Mindy, the Rays at DK right now up to 245, at a square book offshore up to 250. There is no 225s left.
Wow.
That is just stale information on the screen right now as the Rays continue. Looks like they're going to get pounded today up to 240-ish at most places at this point. The more I talk, the
more you keep saying it.
So better just shut up and make a pick. Moneyline Mills on the run line. NBH Woo race for sure.
A show.
All right, we'll get it started. We're back for another week, so I better get on a game right away with Mindy here. Yeah, maybe I feel uncomfortable. You talk about Rasmussen's numbers a little bit, but. One thing that certainly, 19 strikeouts so far this season for Rasmussen. So not bad at all. All right, let's take the Rays here, -1.5 on the run line today before that line goes up. I mean, gosh, it feels like September or something, the way that line's gone up today. Maybe this stout.
Faith in stout.
Yeah, maybe just like you don't like stouts.
No, I don't. Oh, bitter beer face for me.
Not even like a chocolate stout or anything? Okay.
No, I just can't do it. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to try the coffee stout, right? Like, because I like coffee. Still can't do it.
Elijah, thank you for that last comment, too. Yeah, it feels like Mindy and I the reason why we weren't getting on the air is because we were beating ourselves over the head about the hockey picks. But only because they have been solid, and all of a sudden the playoffs come, and well, hey, teams are teams are playing well, trying to win playoff games. All right, Mindy, we're on that one. Here we go.
All right.
Giants and Marlins. Well, in this one, you've got Alex Cobb going up against Trevor Rogers. In this one, Mindy, looks like the right now is that right? It's about a pick'em now. I'm showing a pick'em and 8 under 20.
Oh, well, for me, I like the Marlins again. I think this is the most Marlins, games I've ever bet on in my whole life, it seems like. But they're 3-1 over their last four. Giants 0-4 now on their last four games here. Giants have that, pretty shaky bullpen, it seems. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Marlins here. I feel like, Giants aren't really playing that well on the road here lately.
Yeah, well, no doubt about it. Right now, the Giants definitely a bit of a struggle so far. They are, I think, they played a lot of day games on the road so far. Cobb comes in with 3.14 ERA. Rogers a 4.2 ERA thus far. So I don't know, maybe a wash there a little bit, and you see the line. I mean, this thing's a pickup. It's relatively close. So Marlins have done a great job so far. They've been, call it like it is. They've been a pleasant surprise. They're
Right.
still not hitting, right? I don't know, Mindy, if you got them, I don't know how you rate. I know how you go about your business, making your picks every day, but I don't know if you rate these guys or what. I mean, they've got to have the worst offense still in the league, but they're winning
They
games.
never score more than 3 or 4 points. I mean, so their job has to be, to keep their opponents down, basically.
See what the chat has in this one, because all right, let's see. Michael Lanier here today. Good to see you. Marlins an under for Demetrius. Here's Darren. Marlins an under. Well, here's Marlins. I think TJ is saying Marlins money line. That's what he says right there. And he's TJ kind of calling Marlins maybe a sleeper. They have, I don't know, these bad. Look, Arise is great, right? And Jazz is great. It's the other 7 guys they're throwing out there that's the problem. But they find ways to get it done in Marlin fashion. Here's Bionic on the Marlins. Burley is going to be on the Marlins. So I better go on the. We're having both, so much support there for the Marlins, and there's a lot of under support. So I'll take the under, Mindy. That's the way I was going, anyways. Steam came in on the under, and now still at 8 under 20. And I like that, and I think it might even go down to 7.5. Bionic on the Marlins.
Yeah, I looked it up. The Marlins have the 29th best offense.
Okay.
That would be out of 30 teams, everyone.
Yes, I'm ranking them 29th as well now. Okay, Sherilyn's on the Marlins. Okay, NBH, woo, cool. Butterscotch, though, says, hey, watch out. Alex Cobb, maybe a first 5 play here for him. And Luis is on the under. Moneyline Mills. Not going to do anything. Okay, we're on it, Mindy. You're on the Miami Marlins, and I'm on the under day games in Major League Baseball today. Let's get out and look with the Cleveland. Mindy, you were out on the golf course yesterday. Yeah. I don't know if you caught this, but the Guardians and Tigers, they had to play that doubleheader yesterday because of the rain out on Monday.
Yeah, I caught the first game.
The game, right. The first game, you saw the second game was played in 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Was it really?
They played a doubleheader. Extra innings don't go too long, but there's occasionally a 4-hour game. They played 2 games. It was like the old 7-inning doubleheaders from the COVID year. They played a doubleheader yesterday in 4 hours and 13 minutes. The Guardians and the Tigers. So hooray, pitch clock.
It looked cold, so maybe they just wanted to get it.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, that was a major fact. But again, great job, pitch clock. Great job, pitch clock. I like this.
Right.
Today it's going to be Cal Quantrill against Spencer Turnbull. Guardians big favorite on the road, but the Tigers were fine yesterday.
Yeah, I guess, right? Sweeping that double header. I'm still going to go ahead and go back on the Guardians here today. I like, Quantrill a lot. Turnbull has given up 13 runs in his 3 starts, 0-6 in his 9 starts against the Guardians here. So that's where I'm going. Guardians minus about what? Oh, it's gone down a little bit. Originally opened about what? 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take them. Take the
Yeah.
Guardians.
Showing $1.35 or so right now. So Minnie's going to come back on the Guardians. Figure Cal Quantrill turns it around. Spencer Turnbull, he does have a victory, and Cal does not. But Turnbull, a whip of nearly 2 so far. But look at the Tigers. Look at me. Look at me. I'm 5 wins in a row for the Tigers. Hello. Mindy's still going to go with the Guardians to snap that streak, but can't help but feel a little bit good for these poor Tigers. And let me take a look here at what's going on in the chat before I finalize what I'm doing. And let's see what you got, folks. Get your picks ready so everybody knows what goes on here. So, oh, I'm sorry, Butterscotch. No, okay. So, Butterscotch, we're streaming on multiple channels, so you might not see all the comments that I'm getting here. I'm getting comments from a couple of different channels. I mean, I'm broadcasting over on Tony's Twitter. We're out to another couple channels, my Facebook page, things like that. So you may not see them, but you will not miss a pick. I try not to miss a pick ever. That is the theme of this show. And, we try to keep it under, a 2 out mini, but
it's kind of like the same thing like for Tony's drive-through show, right? So it's going on multiple channels there where you're in like the Tony's Fix channel and you're in like the Pick Dogs channel, whichever. So this is kind of how that's working too. There's other folks that are commenting on other channels and they can't see yours in their chat either. So they're kind of mostly going by, Ramon's voice.
But the reason why our show kind of runs long, but I'm happy that everyone hangs in there. That's what makes me think we're doing the right thing, is because your picks. Quite frankly, I'm not blaming the chat. I'm not mad at the chat. I want your picks. I'll sit here and put your picks up all day long if that's what it takes. That's how this show has evolved. You guys are the stars. Here, TJ's getting gas. He'll be right back. I've already got some gas.
That's the good thing about this show. It's mobile, right? Like it can move around.
He's like putting it pause, walking it, Okay, here's a Butterscotch coming in on the over. Demetrius, Guardians and over. Sherilyn, there's another one you might not be seeing, but Sherilyn on the Guardians here today. So Moneyline Dr. Bionic says you got to go Tigers here. And Solo's here today going on the Tigers. And I can't. Oh, don't run 5 in a row. That's a garbage can, right?
Yeah, that's the trash can.
You better go find. Those are your Tigers. Ron's with. He was there in '84, right? Did he say that? Were we in that stadium together when the Tigers?
It was you and Verily, I believe.
Oh, okay. Luis Venegas here is on the Guardians, and Darren's on the Tigers. So definitely two-way here, Mindy, and I'm going to not go on the side. So, but more, I don't know if I'm necessarily sold yet on Turnbull. Those are pretty bad numbers. So I'll probably just end up with a total here in this one. But let's take a look. Just looking at some more comments here from the chat. Because what is it, 8.5 under? I will go under. And look, these guys have put up some overs, but yes, I was so impressed by the speed in which those games were played. I have a feeling we're going to whip through this last game. And wow, I mean, Okay. Wow, I went under in all four and I lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you hit a 14 parlay? Oh, maybe it's not a 14 parlay on the totals.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he went. Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
maybe 4, right?
right. Well,
They all have different
I
benefits.
made it a point on the, and I didn't have a good. That's what I meant by yeah, it's mediocre picks for sure. Because I was on the Tony's show yesterday. I'm like, I got 4 games and I got 4 unders, and I really was, individually handicapped. But also, you guys see the totals; they've gone down a half a goal in all the games because it's the playoffs, and you see how it goes right now. So, okay, Moneyline Mills also got to play here. Tigers team total under, so I can get with that. And yep, you're there, Bionic. We know and we see you. Oh, Ron. Okay, maybe because of Fred Sanford, I just thought Ron was a little bit older.
Right. Dun, dun,
All right,
dun.
Nathan's here today. Commented on some earlier games. Let's move on. We've got our plays there. You're on Cleveland. I'm on the under. Diamondbacks going to be in action today against the Cards. And Madison Bumgarner. Well, so far he hasn't been awful. Woodford in there. This is a big favorite here. The Cardinals $1.85 or so, and the total is 10.
Yeah, I mean, this Cardinals team, we keep talking about them. They're just not looking good for whatever reason. I feel like that lineup is, what we talked about, stout, stacked, whatever, and they're just not performing here. Woodford hasn't really looked all that great either. He's given up 9 runs, 20 hits, and 14 innings here.
Mm.
Diamondbacks are pretty efficient versus the righties. Woodruff, though, he does have that 22% K rate versus this Diamondbacks team here. Historically, I'm going to go on the Diamondbacks on the run line, about what, -130, something like that.
Okay. Mindy on the Diamondbacks here with Mad Bum. All right. Let's see what the chat has to say in this one. Bumgarner, he's got an 80 RA thus far. Like I said, they did win one of those games. He is 0-2, but he's got a whip of 2 thus far. So it doesn't feel real comfortable, but Woodford hasn't been much better. He's got a 5.6 ERA. You mentioned his weak start. He's 0-2 as well with a 1.74 whip. See what the chat has in this one. And hey, Kong's Clips here today. You never have to apologize and never even have to take a chance. We'd like to know you're here. That makes us feel good. But all right, TJ's with you here, Mindy. Diamondbacks money line. And what does with Darren mean? I don't. Oh, with our commenter, Darren. Pick Zombies sounds like he wants a piece of the Diamondbacks today, but here's Demetrius, Cards, and over. Oh, I see, Rick. Great. Awesome. Bionic on the under, Sherilyn on the Diamondbacks. Pick Zombies says, scared of the Cards, though. Okay. Moneyline Mills, he's on the money line. You know it.
With plus money.
And JPZ said, these guys, when will the Cards get it together? There's my man. Edmund is mentioned there. I followed him pretty closely in his prep career. Man, this lineup should be a great matchup against Bumgarner, honestly. There's some good bats in that Arizona lineup, too. You guys see where I'm going with this one. Look at that total of 10. Here's Butterscotch doing exactly what it's. Here it is, Mindy. This is you and I right here. Butterscotch giving it to us. I'll be on the over in this one. Yeah, maybe these two teams have produced a few more unders than overs, but I don't know in this matchup. Man, you just got to figure. Arenado, Goldie. Today. See if we got any more Butterscotch. Of course, he's gonna. Of course, the man with the Cubs. Even if they were,
Probably doing well. Yeah.
yeah, 100 wins and 60 losses, he'd say the same thing. Oh, TJ, that's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope you have a lot of friends.
Right?
I have a feeling he does. All right. Kong he's got a smash play of the day in there because he's at work and he can't join us. So just remember that, Mindy.
Yep.
Kong with the Bucks there. Jerome Taylor commenting here. Mad bum to get lit up. Well, that works for me. It doesn't work necessarily for Mindy and JPZ here today. Says Cards team total over. All right, Mindy's on the Diamondbacks.
As long as I get a little bit of comeback there in the late innings, Ramon, right? I'll be all right.
Over. DT here today. All right. I'm thinking that talking about the Rays there. All right.
Play of the day.
All right, Mindy. Kind of made not a mistake earlier, but I was talking about the steam coming in on the over in this game. In fact, it is 9.5 under, minus 120 right now. But couldn't help but notice that somehow, some way, the Royals are a favorite in this game over the Rangers. The Rangers are playing just fine right now. Look, let's be fair to this Royals team. As poorly as they've played, Mindy, the offense doesn't look terrible to me. They really got some guys that can hit. I say it every time. I like that top of the lineup. It does look like not a great matchup against Perez. What's going on and why are they? I mean, the Rangers have been, maybe the offense is tailing off a little bit, but they still have certainly a top 10 offense early on.
The Rangers have the top 10 offense, and the Royals do not. They're ranked 30th. Ramon, remember how we talked about that?
Well, maybe statistically. I just have them a little bit. I think they are better than that. I know what the stats say. Go ahead. I agree. I mean, can't disagree with you, but I'm just saying, I think the Royals, they're all their little metrics, all those little, those look good. They hit the ball extremely hard. Go ahead.
So you're saying they're just not finding the holes yet, huh, Ramon? So, I mean, they're just batting 204. I mean, I want them to do a lot better. I always root for them, of course. But I don't think today's going to be the day, Ramon. I don't. But I'm actually going to go under the total here. I'm not looking for the Royals here to do much. I mean, maybe they're going to score 1 to 2 runs. That's kind of how I'm looking here at this deal. So that means I would have to have the Rangers put up like 7 to get this done. I'm not sure that's going to happen against Singer as well. I know that there's a lot of, steam coming in on the over. I just don't like it. Going under the total here in this one.
Okay. Well, C Spill's here today. Hello to C Spill. Hi to Rocco as well. He made a comment on an earlier game. And here's Darren. He's coming in with the Rangers today. And Dart says, fade those Royals. Right. Yeah, I took Texas as a premium. Yet Royals took the lead yesterday again. They seem to get off to some pretty good starts.
Well, they probably had the best pitching matchup yesterday, right? With Keller on the mound, maybe. I don't know.
Well, look, Singer is profitable.
That's so true. Far. That's true.
Yeah, it does not look like a good matchup against Perez at all, does it? I mean, to me, I don't know. But like I said, Singer, he's got a 7.88 ERA. I get it, but they did get a big win they were a huge dog. So far, Mindy, the Royals, you like going to those day games at the K, but they're 0-6 right now. Day games at the K. So they've got a 5-game losing streak. At this point, looks like it's just a bad matchup. I'm on the Rangers here. It looks like, I don't know, feels like a premium to me. Can't get with you on the total there, so I'm going to give it out. I'm going to give it out right here, right now. Go Rangers. And Mindy's on the under in this one. Anything else from the chat before we move on? And Demetrius on the Rangers. Thomas will be on the under here with you, Mindy. Maybe he likes Martin Perez to throw a good game. Bionic on the Rangers. Sherilyn on the Rangers as well. And Luis on the Rangers. All right. C-Spill talking that tennis, Mindy, right now. Talking about, I'm looking.
Is that who you have?
No, but Coco, a $2 favorite here over Kudermatova. I did have a couple of 3 tennis plays overnight. Actually, I was telling you before the show, I felt so bad about my premiums yesterday, and they weren't awful. I think I was 1 game under 500, but I was like, man, I've really got to look into some tennis today. We're back to, it's clay court time now over in Europe, so probably going to get more tennis out of me at this point. I feel like clay court is it's kind of like totals to me. Like I feel like it's an easier surface to handicap because so many players are, kind of clay court specific or not as good on clay. So I've already come in with a couple of overnight winners to wake and win with Ramon.
Hooray!
Got another big favorite that I took here that just went off. I hit one dog earlier today with Karolina Pliskova against Maria Sakkari, and basically was a plus 125, maybe 115 by the time she went off, and she won 2-3. So really, she should have been a big favorite there. Okay. Oh gosh, the food's coming in already. The food talk.
I'm hungry. I know, for
I
sure.
don't want to tell you guys what I had last night. It'd be embarrassing. All right. Oh, Zombies cashed in some tennis today as well. Let's see who you had. C-Spill's about 70% in. Well, heck, Mindy, hey, I'm willing to just sit back and let C-Spill rattle off some tennis plays. We don't even need to come on the air here.
Yeah, we can retire.
What's up with the winners? All right. Mindy is on the under in this one. I'm on the Rangers, and so is everybody else, quite frankly. All right. The Phillies and White Sox here. Mindy, Taiwan Walker, Mike Clevenger. Closely rated game here. The Phillies are $1.15, maybe even going up to $1.20 or so. This total has gone up. Even though the steam has come in on the under, I'm showing for the most part now 8.5 under 20.
All right. Well, I like the White Sox here in this matchup. I'm going to take Clevenger over Walker. Clevenger has a 25.8% K rate versus this Phillies team. I think they can go ahead and get it done here today. I'm going to take the White Sox here. What, about minus 104, 105, I believe. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those that the Phillies have, the best batting average right now, but the White Sox aren't too bad. They're top 10 as well. I think they keep getting it done here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the White Sox today.
The Phillies, despite not being, let's just kind of call it what it is so far, they're not awesome. They're 7-11, but they are hitting a little bit. I don't mind Clevenger in this spot. Let's see what the chat has to say. That's what I'm talking. That's what Darther is saying it right there. Maybe I don't know if it's a terrific matchup here for Philly necessarily, but probably going to be probably going to be on the White Sox with you here in this one, Mindy. So far, you got, Walker, 4.2 ERA. Clevenger, he's 2-0, 2.2 ERA. Wow. I thought Clevenger, all of his problems might weigh on him or whatever, but well, he's done a nice job. So Zordon's here today. I'm not sure I can get up the courage to say what I had. It was takeout. It was fast food, actually. So All right, Rocco's got an over in Rabakina. So thanks for those 10. I'd like to see your tennis plays uh, in the Discord. Love to get into it with you, but again, I think you're gonna see more from me here. A bunch of plays there. All right, Phillies. Yep, Phillies hitting that pitching. Okay, C-Spill. Awesome. I will check that out. And Butterscotch says likes Clevenger's numbers here. We'll go Chicago first five. C-Spill is going to be on the White Sox here. Um, Bionic. I know this is I'm not saying a joke because actually, uh, Bionic is. Let me see. Might be actually. I think that might. I don't. What depends what you're going. Phillies have a bullpen ERA, Mindy, of 6.3, and the White Sox have a bullpen ERA of 7.0. So I guess this is a true statement. Now I know that maybe Bionic. I'm not ever gonna make fun of. I love having Bionic so far. Great contributions coming over from the channel, but both teams pretty bad. The bullpen so far. But I'm gonna get with you, Mindy. I'm gonna take the White Sox here with Clevenger. Yeah. Burley Sox first five. TJ on the over here. These teams have been going over. That steam came in on the under, but now I'm starting to see more professional action coming in on the over. So I'm not sold on the under at all. TJ on the Sox. And Sherilyn would go under. All right. All right, Mindy, continuing on now with the Pirates here against the Rockies. The Pirates are $1.20 or so on the road. Looks like the Rockies might be taking a little bit of action. The total, 11.5, under 20.
I got to go to my next page.
Oh.
All right. So, I mean, I think I'm again betting the Pirates more than I ever have before. It's so exciting. I think the advantage here kind of clearly goes to the Pirates myself. Rockies have lost quite a few, about 7 consecutive games here. So the Pirates with Oviedo, he's thrown 19 Ks here so far. Gomber 0-3, 8.16 ERA. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Pirates here, minus 125.
And an 0-3 record to go with that 8 ERA. So Oviedo, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good numbers you mentioned so far. Has struck out 19 batters thus far. Both pitchers a little bit susceptible to the long ball early on, but that 7-game losing streak by the Rockies right now. And Gomber, you mentioned, he's been a loser all 3 starts. So it does. It looks like I would think a very strong matchup, especially for Oviedo too. I mean, I would think some of these bats would have some trouble against him possibly if what we've seen from him so far. He looks okay to me. So let's take the Bucks here. Who likes it when I say the Bucks? Why do you guys like that?
TJ does. I know. He said he loves it.
I just remember as a
Buccaneers, yeah.
when the Pirates were good, when they were winning the World Series back in 1979 against the Orioles, and I had to have one of those hats. They had the hat that was a flat hat with a flat top, and the stripes around the 3 stripes, and the little Stargell star. And let's see here. TJ is gonna raise the flag. Bionic here on the Bucks, and it's a Scotch lock, Mindy.
All right.
Pittsburgh, Demetrius on Pittsburgh. Darren's running up the flag as well. So that's a consensus if I've ever seen one. Let's take the Pirates today to keep it going. Gotta like that lineup against Gomber, man. Hey, none of the lineups are set, but you gotta figure Hayes, Reynolds, Joe, Santana, Kutch, Castro. Even this is a good lineup to go up against Gomber here for sure. Boy, that looks like a great price. I like this. Man, premium?
Yeah, premium for
Premium for us, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, look at this. Syndergaard, he used to be on the Mets, and Scherzer, he's been on a lot of teams. Um, but he will be the favorite today here. Syndergaard, not good so far, Mindy, and the Dodgers are not getting what they expected. Maybe he will get it together. You would expect Syndergaard, but right now, Mad Max here, $1.25, 8.5 over 20.
Yeah, it's one of those that I expect Syndergaard at some point to do a little bit better. I mean, both of these two can really go ahead and strike out quite a few folks here. I think, you know, I don't like his, almost 6 ERA, but gosh, I don't feel like that's how these two normally pitch against, these teams here. I'm going to go ahead and take the under here. I'm going to go under the 8.5. I'm expecting a big day from these pitchers. And also, I got pretty two decent bullpens here as well.
And we have seen some of the veteran pitchers that have had bad starts start to come around into form, certainly a little bit. You mentioned the bullpens. I think we expect more from the Dodgers. I'm not going to hold it against them right now. They have a team ERA of 4.79 in the bullpen. I do think that does come around. The Mets certainly pretty good in the bullpen, 3.44 ERA thus far. But again, maybe we probably run pretty deep with these starters. You mentioned the poor start, if you will, for Max hasn't been that much better. I remember he missed a start, not missed a start, just was pushed back. He hasn't pitched in 8 days, but he has a 4.41 ERA. Don't know if that's a factor for both these guys. We know Max gives up homers, but Syndergaard's given up some homers as well. Mindy said she's going to be on the under. Let's see what the chat says before I go, because maybe they'll talk me into something. Here's C-Spill likes the Mets. It looks like Mets run line to me. And Bionic on the Mets, Sherilyn on the Mets. Are you guys sitting right next to each other?
Probably, right?
I have a feeling they are. I don't think they're the same person because they've had different picks. And good to have you here, though. Very appreciative of the contributions. Here's Mets first five. Luis on the Mets. I'm on the Mets, Mindy. I'll take the Mets here today. Dodgers right now. And we saw just a 500 team so far for the Dodgers. So, all right, I'm on the Mets. Mindy's on the under. Mets and Dodgers. Okay, Mindy, I mentioned yesterday on Tony's show that the Athletics, the young pitchers were coming. The young Oakland pitcher, they might as well. I mean, they got nothing to lose. So Miller is a number 3 prospect in the A's organization. He does have a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. He's been rushed a little bit to this point, even by his account. His quote was, I knew I could get to the major leagues quickly. I just didn't think it'd be this quickly. Well, you're playing for the A's. So welcome, Mr. Miller, to the major leagues. And you're going to be facing Justin Steele here. Pretty good pitcher for the Cubs. And the Cubs off to a great start. And, we know the A's, their win-loss kind of looks like a bad NFL team. They're 3-15.
Right. Oakland's lost 11 of their 15 games by at least 2 runs, and 9 of those by at least 4 runs. But for me, I'm actually going to give this A's team a chance here today. I'm going to take them here on the run line. It's one of those that I just think this is, again, one of these, I don't know, kind of weird spots here for this this A's team. Again, they have to do better with their bullpen. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I'm not so sure how each of these teams are going to go offensively against these pitchers. But I feel like this is going to be one of those, games that are one run. Going to go ahead and take the A's here on the money line, or not the money line, the run line.
Yeah, here's the thing, Mindy, with this kid Miller. He, I want to say it's a can't miss prospect. He's going to be. It looks like he's going to be a very, very good pitcher, and I think you're going to see already hard throwing. You're going to see. He's been touched a little bit, not so much early on here in the minors, but like I said, he's been rushed a little bit to this spot, so. That's crazy. Oh, it could be the way that those comments come in. Okay. I think TJ's saying over in this one. Here's Cubs for Darren and Bionic on the Cubs. Dart Thrower says it's Cubs all the way. Here's Scotch says Cubs and Cubs team total over. So yeah, I think for me, I think Miller is a guy that, can't miss. I won't say can't miss prospect. You never can say that. But Steele just has a pretty awesome matchup here, I would think, against the Athletics lineup for sure. See what a few more comments here in the chat. Luis says the Cubs -1.5 here. Steam definitely came in on the under in this game. I'm gonna roll with the Cubs money line, and Mindy's on the Athletics run line, so we can do it if it comes a one-run game. A's are giving up a ton of runs, obviously, so I don't know. It's a total of 7.5 now. Boy, I almost want to go over. I just worry about the A's ability to get any runs. So. Demetrius, though, is going to be with you here and take Oakland plus the 1.5. I know Demetrius always loves a good underdog. And Scotch also talking about what Dart was talking about there, I think, about okay. He says he likes this lineup against hard throwers. Got to figure today, Nico Horner, Dansby's back, right? Hap, Suzuki, Wisdom, and Cody on Gomes, Hosmer. All right. I'm on the Cubs. Mindy's on the Athletics plus a 1.5. Not a challenge. Solo going over here. That's kind of the way I feel, and at 7.5, that's the way I'll lean. I'll give the lean. All right, the Braves continue to roll against, the Padres did get that series from them early on in Atlanta, but again, I'm fading the Padres at home at this point. Morton comes in here $1.20 or so favorite. The total is 9 under 20. Crazy, we're seeing this high total. Usually the Petco games have always been low scoring. Padres got this, monster offense. We're also just a couple of days away from Fernando Tatis returning to the Padres lineup.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be fun once they get him back to see if they can go ahead and enroll with them too. But yeah, I mean, I think Morton's been pitching pretty well here. He has that 3.86 ERA. But then he also has, a point, where was I going to say? I lost my place. Sorry. 2.1 ERA here versus this Braves team for Martinez. I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to go under that total. I like it that it's gone up that 0.5 point. I opened at 8.5. I wanted to go under there. So that's where I'm looking here again today. Both these guys have a pretty good K rate. They actually don't allow too many hard hit balls as well. I'm going to go ahead and take the under.
Yeah, Martinez a 5.5 ERA. I think it's clear that I like Martinez more than most. Morton's got a couple of wins so far, and that 3.86 ERA. The Braves, I believe they won in a row now. 6, 7, 8 in a row now for the Braves. Wow. Braves already in great form, man. I'm going to be on them here against the Padres. I'm just Padres are waiting for their man to come back, I guess. Feels like to me, but they're not playing well at home, playing in front of huge crowds, and quite frankly, not getting it done. I mean, I watch a lot of games. I watch every Padre game for sure, and I see that right now there's just something amiss with this club. So, yeah, who has some nerfies and yerpies today? Scotch has got the money line lock here on the Atlanta Braves. TJ's on the Braves. C. Spill says Braves, and not only that, he likes the Braves to win the World Series. Demetrius says take the Padres on the run line minus what, $2? No, minus $1.60 or so. So Sherilyn on the Braves here. And I don't know. I appreciate that, Darren. And yeah, maybe I'm just a little bit bitter too. But again, I don't have any confidence in my team, especially playing this team. And again, Mindy, we were here on the show when I was calling when they were in Atlanta. I was pro Padre in that series.
Pro Padre.
All right, so I will take the Braves. Mindy will take the over in this one. Furley also here in C-Spill with some plays, including the Braves. All right, these are still day games. Brewers and Mariners. Well, here's a Brewers team, Mindy. You talk about all these bullpens, man. The Braves, I was talking about their bullpen on Tony's show. Teams that have the top bullpens right now, and I'm just going off of ERA. We could look at different, maybe WHIP, but these teams are still there. Milwaukee, 2.05 ERA.
Right.
Really good. Yankees 2.17. From there, Minnesota 2.75. That Atlanta team 2.79. Texas, big surprise, 2.85. Some good bullpen ERAs, but Milwaukee and Texas right now, outstanding, head and shoulders above.
Yeah, for sure. And since we gave that big intro on the bullpens, I'm going to go ahead and take the Mariners. Each of these teams have 5 saves right now. The Mariners not too bad. They're sitting at 3.18 ERAs here. Brewers have given up 5 home runs in their stint in the bullpen here. But I like Marco Gonzalez. I like him at home a little bit better. Lauer, he throws pretty hard, 23% K rate. But again, both of these guys, I think, pitch pretty low. So we see lots of ground balls, not a whole lot of big slugging percentages versus these two teams. But I like the Mariners here a little bit better today.
It's hard to go against the Brewers, but I'm going to go against the Brewers with you. I'm going to take the Mariners here. Probably a good matchup against Marco for guys like Yelich, Tony's cousin Rowdy. Also, those bats. But other than that, I don't know. And also Lauer, okay matchup. He certainly can dominate, probably not dominate. Lauer's not a guy who's going to go out and dominate, but maybe against the bottom of the lineup will be okay. I'm not sure on the total. But I'm on the Mariners with you. Look, they're favored, and they're 8-10. I mean, it's been, I don't want to say a subpar start. I mean, I don't know if we're expecting overwhelming season from Seattle, so maybe they're right where they're supposed to be. They want to, of course, be 500 or better, of course. But Milwaukee's off to that great 13-5 start. But today I'm gonna take the Mariners. I'm sure we're gonna get some support here for Milwaukee. Let's take a look. Bionics on the Brewers, Sherilyn's on the Mariners. So we know they're not sitting next to each other, but man, their timing is impeccable. I just teasing there a little bit, Bionic, because your messages, man, they're coming in like simultaneously. Could be from that channel. That's just how it's happening. Here's a Butterscotch on Milwaukee, and Demetrius on Seattle. So, well, mixed bag here, I think, with this one, Mindy. But let's take Seattle here today at home. You mentioned Marco. battle of left-handers here. I'm willing to take Marco with you in this one. Lauer, I still, I consider him just one of those veteran left-handed soft tossers. I'm not sure Marco's much more than that, but Marco, he missed his last start. I don't know what was going on there, but we'll take the Mariners here today. Didn't have time to get around to that. All right. Okay. Yep. There you see Jerome. So I'll give out I had a premium play today in a tennis match coming up. Big favorite. I think it's already gone. It hasn't gone off yet, but I think you can't purchase it anymore on the site. So maybe somebody get on it. But I don't know if you feel comfortable. This is about as high as I go. He's laying almost $2. Oscar Audi in the matches in Munich. I like Audi to win his match coming up right now, just about to start against Flavio Caboli. So I think you're laying $2 there, but feel strongly that it'll be an easy victory for Audi today. Even though he's coming off that knee surgery, he's had enough work for me. Maybe if anything, that'll just close the gap a little bit for Caboli. But TJ on the Brewers here. And Eric Nolan looks like he wants to go big on the Cubs to win the Central.
A home equity line of credit he will be putting on there.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about that too, but I just took the money, I just sold the place and moved to Vegas instead before the market continued to fall. So just took the money and run. That's what I did. Okay. All right, Mindy, I think we made it to the night games. Here's the Angels and the Yankees. Griffin Canning, Johan Brito here, and the Yankees favored in this one, $1.39 over 20.
Well, I like how Canning pitched his first time out. Brito, I mean, he's okay. He struggled, a little bit. He gives up, on average, in his couple of games pitched here so far, 5.7 home runs per 9 innings. I think he might be giving up a little bit of a long ball here today. I'm going to take the Angels on the money line today, about plus 120, something like that. I know that's one of those, the Yankees kind of hit right-handers pretty good, but I'm going to give both these young pitchers a chance here.
All right, Mindy, you're going to go on the Angels with Griffin Canning.
Angels.
Well, that's your team. I'm not going to say it like it's a homer pick, though, because
kind of is.
What? The Angels are 9-8. The Yankees are 10-7. So, no teams getting over on one another at this point. Pretty good matchup here, I would think, for the Angel lineup against Brito, especially the top of that lineup. And Yankees, too. I mean, you're talking about, maybe top 5 offense, certainly top 10 offense so far. Maybe we're even expecting more. Have the Yankees underachieved offensively so far? Chat that. I see lots of comments.
I would say yes. I feel like they are underperforming.
And let's see, Yankees better bullpen. You could say that again. Darren on the Angels money line. Actually though, Mindy, it's funny. I mentioned it that's how I got into the discussion yesterday. Here's Butterscotch on the Angels money line on the Yankees. Sherilyn on the Yankees. I'll get to that statement I'm going to make in just a moment. Here's Demetrius on the Angels. So we're definitely seeing a bit of a mixed bag in this game, but the Angels have a pretty poor reputation in their bullpen so far, the way the season started, but it's been hit or miss. They've actually been terrible in some games, but the rest of the time they've been very strong. They have, a ERA of 3.14 in the bullpen. That's like top 10 for sure. And their whip is even better. The whip is like a top 5 whip so far. So let's try to pump the brakes a little bit on the Angels' bad bullpen. They've been having a good bullpen. The Yankees have had a great bullpen. no doubt. So, so mixed bag here in this one. Mindy on the Angels. Guess what, Mindy? I'm going to take the Angels in this one with you. Get them at even money here, right? Or so. Oh, plus.
Plus a little bit.
Oh, all right. Let's do it. Let's take the Angels to grab a win here in Yankee Stadium tonight. Consensus. Well, overrule. Consensus overrule for Mindy and I think we're going with the Angels, even though the chat was a mixed bag. Well, Mindy, we have a problem here. I'm starting to see the line come out. I'm not sure who you guys have listed as the pitcher today for Baltimore. I'm guessing Kyle Bradish. Do you guys have anything on this game with the starting pitching? I'm starting to see the line come out right now. I see DK with Mindy, $130 is what I'm seeing. I'm looking at it right now. It's just coming out. $130 for the road team here without a starter. I think Kyle Bradish. That's the way I feel. And the total 8.5. So that's what I'm going to list it at, 138.5.
Well, I mean, I think it's currently a buyer beware on this one. But I mean, if I take a look at them, just a blind, pass at this one, I'm going to take the Orioles. I got nothing for you. I don't know who's playing.
I'm just typing in the odds here and see what maybe the chat. I just haven't had, since we started the show. It was definitely undecided when the show started, so I haven't had time to go and see if there's been the announcement of Bradish. But the line's out, so I don't know if that's what odds makers are moving on necessarily. It looks like it would be his turn, so I don't know. Here comes, let's see. TJ, funny comment. Butterscotch isn't sure what's going on. Here's Christopher says he's going over, I think. And is it this one, Christopher? I would go over too. If Baltimore doesn't have a pitcher, what do they do? Put a pitching machine out there? All right, Demetrius on Baltimore here. Yeah, in fact, money line. I only see it right now at DK. Oh, also at the Sharpest Book in Vegas also is listing pretty much the same line, although they are shading it to the over. Interestingly enough. So, let's see. For Mackenzie Gore, 3 ERAs, 2-0 thus far. But just will mention that Baltimore's 4-0 in road day games, and Washington's 0-4. I'm sorry, in road night games, and Washington is 0-4 in home night games. I don't know if that's it. I'm grasping a few things here because we don't. Bionic says next. Let's get on with it. Well, I got to make a pick. That's the problem. So I'll take. I will take the over in this one. I figure these two teams have put up probably as many overs as anybody in this season. So you went Baltimore. I went over.
Yeah.
Probably you're just maybe fading the Nats there. Sounds like a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Twins are at the Red Sox. Joe Ryan favored here, down to $1.25, 8.5. Oh, total is 8.5 over 20. So we've definitely seen a little bit of movement here. This one did get steamed under, and it's now 8.5. 8.5 under favored.
So what? It looks like the Twins have their ace on the mound here today with Joe Ryan, 3-0, 2.84 ERA, 26 Ks this season versus Kluber, 0-3, 6.92 ERA. It's one of those, I think Twins here have the definite, pitching advantage. Bullpen's relatively equal, I would say. Hitting-wise, those Red Sox, they're allowing 5 runs a game. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Twins here. Minus 125-ish.
Is this what we're supposed to expect, Mindy, you think, from Kluber moving forward? I mean, um, we ready to put him into the bad pitcher category? I mean, this has been a bad start.
It has been a bad start. I don't know. I mean, again, I think it's early. We've only had usually one road, one away game.
Okay.
One road, one home game so far. So I think it's a little bit hard to tell. Right now how these pitchers are going to do, but based off of a small sample size, you would tend to say maybe yes.
Twins lineup is, certainly not. Yeah, they're 10-7, but I don't know. The Twins lineup hasn't been great so far, and the Red Sox still producing. But I think against Ryan, I think even Devers could have trouble with Ryan. I would think the top of the lineup for Dugo, Devers, not a great matchup. Ryan certainly. I think he might be on top of the units leaderboard so far at plus 2.8 units. No, somebody's got to be. Well, I don't know if there's been any guys who've won 3 as an underdog so far, so I didn't look at that. I just know that I see it here plus 280 for his units so far. So let's see here. All right, Butterscotch on Minnesota. I think Pick Zombies is saying go with Minnesota and Ryan. He's saying Kluber needs to hang it up. Demetrius on the Twins. And here's Darren on the Twins. Butterscotch says he likes the Nerfy. There's our first Nerfy of the day, pretty much. I'm going to go with you, Mindy. I think I've got to take this one with Minnesota. Man, favored on the road here. Just like to see a little more offense from them. And do worry a little bit, but at least you got Joe Ryan going. So does look very solid so far with that 3-0 record, and especially the whip of 0.63. Okay, we're on the Twins. Last game here. We got to get to these other sports. Here's the Blue Jays and the Astros wrapping up the series. Garcia lost them all so far. Well, the Astros have lost all of his starts so far, but this one's a pick 'em. This one's a pick 'em now. 9 under 20. Steam came in on the under.
Well, I'm going to go with the Jays here, throwing Barrios, 1-2, 7.98 ERA. Yikes. But Garcia, 0-2, 7.71 ERA. Both these pitchers been struggling a little bit. I think the Blue Jays, though, with their offense, has a little bit of the upper hand right now. Again, we talked about Altuve being out of the lineup. I think that is a huge, difference in what we have seen from this Astros team. So I'm taking the Blue Jays here. What, about minus 105, I thought, or might be plus 100 now. I don't know.
It's got to pick 'em actually at this
Okay.
point. So, see,
110.
let's leave the graphic there as that. But hey, G Ski is here today. I want to say hello to G Ski joining us. Pick Zombies might try the over here. Not getting much from you guys. It looks like, I spoke too soon. Here's two teams that are producing a lot of overs, no doubt about it. Steam came in on the under. I have my concerns. I also have concerns about Jordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker going up against Barrios. But I feel like I still want to take Toronto here in that top 5 offense so far, but Bionic wants to go under. Demetrius ready to go with the Astros and Garcia. Again, Barrios has been bad too, right? I mean, he's got the 80 RA. Garcia is just as bad.
Right.
At least Barrios isn't giving up the long ball, though, so maybe for Jordan, maybe for Tucker. Yeah, he can keep it in the yard. I'll take Toronto with you, that top 5 offense thus far. 209 Valley's here ready to start the hockey. That's it for baseball. Thank you, everybody, for some great comments and some
What was
great.
your pick on this one? I didn't write it down.
I'm going to go with the Blue Jays with you,
All right.
Mindy. Take
Here we
the
go.
Blue Jays. So we've got a handful of picks, certainly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that it? 5,
7.
6, 7? Thank you.
Rays run line, White Sox money line, Pirates money line, Mariners money line,
Okay.
Angels money line, Twins money line, Blue Jays money line.
The Rays is the one I didn't have marked properly.
Okay.
All right. Get moving here to the NBA. We'll get to that hockey in just a moment. See if we can't figure these out. Again, there's some issues here for sure that we're not going to be able to resolve at this hour. And we'd probably be waiting until the last minute, I would imagine. Now, I did see the line on this game kind of move back toward the Grizzlies a little bit. To me, maybe giving an indication. Lakers are a 1-point favorite. And the total's, 226.5, 227. But Ja is definitely questionable. Mindy, I wasn't sure. Was the injury to Ja's shooting hand?
Very punny,
That
Ramon.
one's already been used. All right. Go ahead, Mindy. Lakers and Grizzlies, and we saw pretty outstanding performance in Game 1, considering the way it's gone for the Lakers season. But they're definitely playing their best ball over the last on this playoff push and getting that road win.
Yeah, so it looks like both teams here are tied for 5th in the NBA scoring right now. Last game went up to 240. I have this one modeled at about, I don't know, 117, something like that.
Woo!
So, yeah, I mean, I have it right on that spread. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit over the total here again. The over has gone 7-0 in the Lakers last 7 games. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the total.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. Here's Lucky Power, Lakers moneyline Corday. He's got a Lakers under here in this one. And I'm going to take the Grizzlies with or without Ja in this one. They will move to a favorite if he is playing. I imagine they'll be favored by a point if he's in the game. I mean, he might be worth more than 2 points, but I don't know if against the Lakers they're going to, move it that far if he's in the lineup. So, yeah. Well, Butterscotch, we definitely agree. They've had a great season at home. Memphis has had a great season, period. But you got a 26 points per game scorer. Likely, I say that, the line, some more steam came in. It's gone both ways. I mean, the Sharps, to me, I don't think the Sharps know what they're doing at this point, or maybe I just don't know. I can't get a read on the market with it, probably because of the injury status. So I'm going to go with the Grizzlies here, even up this series. And thank you, TJ. Again, there were some games without Ja that the Grizzlies were able to continue to play well. So, all right, Mindy's on the over. I'm on the Grizz here. Game 2 in the first round. All right. TJ's doing a little housekeeping. And looks like one more comment. He says maybe he'll take Ja's points under if he plays, it sounds like. And TJ says his odds of coming to Omaha are plus 350. Is that for the World Series or?
I don't know, perhaps, or maybe just to hang out. But yeah, World Series coming up. What, June usually?
All right, and more questions here. It makes our job tough. Makes everybody's job. It's not just us. It's every YouTube handicapper. It's every handicapper. It's every sports bettor as we wait on the news. Now, I will mention that there is some movement on this game now to 6.5. To me, I don't know. I think he'll be able to get in this game, but he's doubtful right now. Talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, Mindy, what can you do for us here? I hate to put you on the spot without Giannis' status. Doubtful doesn't sound good, but did it just move up to 6.5? So, what do you think?
Yeah, so no Giannis there. Heat's without what? Hero and Lowry.
Oh, well, good point.
Perhaps.
Good point. Yeah.
But the Bucks, they score 117 a game compared to the Heat with that 109 per game. I'm gonna go with the Bucks here. They are 4-0 or 4-1 versus the Heat at home in their last 5. I just think the Heat struggle on the road. I mean, they played lights out last time. Don't get me wrong here, but I think again when something like that happens, and it wasn't necessarily in the game plan, at least the Bucks right now are preparing for this without Giannis in. So I think it's a more prepared team. I'm gonna go lay the points here.
Yeah, and we talk about because we saw the Bucks play without Giannis. I want to say it was like 18 games. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And everybody said, well, they're fine without Giannis. They won, game. I think they were 10-8. I mean, that's not great, especially considering their record with Giannis in the lineup. So I agree with you. I see here Eric Nolan says he is playing. I think that's just an optimistic comment, right, Eric? That's not anything because I mean I'm showing the status. Unless some news has come out, please tell me. I'll go look at it right away. But my line service is still saying doubtful, and kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. Like to see him in there. But I'm going to take them with or without. Look, if Giannis gets in this game, Mindy, this is going to be a spread of probably 8.5, I would imagine, or 9. And I think that's what we'll see when and if he is put in the lineup. So that's how I think with Eric just giving this kind of statement about he thinks he will come around and play. But the line's not going to be 6.5 if he was feeling like he was going to be in right now. I think we can all agree with that. Here's Demetrius coming in, Bucks and over. Corday, first half, Bucks. So you guys are really ready to roll with this and not really too worried about it. Bucks, good team. Yeah, Tyler Hero, broken hand. That's too bad. And Lowry, Mindy mentioned Lowry. He's questionable, but does not look great. So they really could, without Hero, they really could use Lowry, certainly. All right, Mindy, let's take the Bucks. Let's have a consensus play here, and let's hope that we're going to put this in as a because Mindy and I do that. We kind of take our game, put our we're not just throwing out picks here. Kind of get some things on the line together, and let's take the Bucks now and lay 6.5, and then maybe he will be in there, and then we'll be feeling really good about ourselves when the line goes up. We've done that. We've been fortunate more often than not in doing that, Mindy, where we've gotten ahead of the injury report a little bit. Yeah, it's gone against us a few times too. But seems like we get ahead of the injury report a little bit more. On this one, though, just not sure at all that doubtful sounds pretty bad. And considering they tried to come back and had to leave the game, when you got a bad back and you're that tall, man, that's a lot of back to be hurting. TJ on the under here. Steam came in on the under for sure. You see it was as high as 222. All right, Mindy, one last game here in the NBA tonight out of 3 games. This one, Minnesota and the Nuggets. is Minnesota a mess again? It looks like, right? They won the play-in game, so everybody got all excited about it. But remember, this is a team that was punching each other, punching walls. They faded. They weren't great down the stretch, and now they're playing a team that I don't know. All of a sudden, not all of a sudden. I mean, they are the, an odds-on choice. Certainly, I would think in the West at this point. Um, but the Wolves, come on, they might be the worst of all these teams. It feels like right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I'm with Pig Zombies. I kind of feel like the 8.5 is a steal right now. I mean, if you take a look at the last two games for the Timberwolves versus Denver, they've been pretty ugly. They're double-digit wins here by the Nuggets. Nuggets 34-7 at home again. I just think with Murray being hot here for the Nuggets, I think they're going to just be able to control this game. Taking the Nuggets minus 8.5.
Take the Nuggets. Let's take the Nuggets. Let's do it. Let's get on this one as a consensus play. Just don't have any faith right now in the Timberwolves. Do have some comments. Denver's a Scotch lock, by the way. How about that?
All right. Nice.
8.5's a steal. Oh, is that a plus? Is Pig Zombies going with Minnesota? I don't see a minus there. I think he means Denver, actually.
That's what I'm guessing, but guess I don't know that officially.
And here's Demetrius Nuggets and over. Scotch is on and says, blow out, that song. Okay. Yeah. And Jokic triple-double prop for Corday. I think that means he likes the triple-double there today. And Pick Zombies Denver for sure. Okay, Mindy, we got 2 plays in the NBA tonight.
We do.
Great.
9 consensus.
Great. Okay, let's get this show wrapped up with the hockey, everybody.
Here we go. Everyone's been waiting for.
Yeah, let's get it back together in hockey. Maybe that was it, without you yesterday. And I stared at my screen all day trying to figure out why I was on some of these. Basically, why was I on 2 of the teams that lost? And like we said, the road teams coming through big time. Road teams have had a good time so far in the playoffs. All right, Mindy. The Islanders and the Hurricanes. Let me call up the goalies here because I would think there might be a few changes from the first games, but let's take a look. Hurricanes, they're up 1-0. On this side of the ledger, if you will, the home teams did do a little bit better job with the first set of games. So Ranta is likely to play in goal here for the Hurricanes. Looks like they just kick Anderson to the curb because of his
5 goals a game effort.
Well, yeah, his lack of consistency in the playoffs. Here's the thing, Ranta's 19-3-3 this season, so just get Anderson if for something happens. But here's Carolina, big favorite here in tonight's game.
Well, I kind of feel like I got to take the big favorites. I was on the Islanders last time at +1.5. Got that win because it was the 3-2 game there. Hurricanes though 14-4-1 versus the Islanders off of a win. So I'm gonna go that route today. I'm gonna take the Hurricanes here. I like Ranta and goal. Take him -170.
All right, Mindy taking the Hurricanes here. Does seem like I don't know, that's a pretty steep price, but man, I mean the price wants me to take the Islanders +150-ish, but man, it's hard for me to take them. Let's take a look at what you guys got here. Butterscotch does like the under in this game. 5. I'm listing I list 5 over 30. I guess you could get 5.5 under, but it might be like -140. And Zordon also on the under. You guys on this under? Here, Demetrius on the Islanders today. He's on the Islanders. Interesting. That is interesting to me, actually. All right, man, that feels uncomfortable if it, at 5, but uh, I do feel like this is the series that is a one-sided series. The price has me on the want to get on the Islanders. I don't think it's a great price at $1.70. I mean, it's the price. Everybody knew. Here's Jerome Taylor. I know everyone's going to be, well, everyone except Demetrius, of course. Yeah, there's what Scott's, right? 5.5 under minus 144. Doesn't feel like, I mean, Islanders in Carolina feels like in a playoff game, feels like a dead stone under. But not necessarily sold on Al. I'm going to take Carolina with you, Mindy, because I do think that they are, one of the best teams in there. And the Islanders, maybe when the Islanders get home, they can grab a win or two against the Hurricanes. Let's take them. Let's lay this big number today. We might be able to get under $1.70 or so, but not by much.
Okay.
All right. The Bruins here, boy, they're I'm showing it 230. Maybe it's even higher at some places. They did a great job. I laid the puck line in the first one. The Panthers weren't terrible in the game. But what are you going to do here?
Well, the Bruins have not lost, back-to-back games, in in April here. I'm going to go ahead and go the Bruins on the puck line. Oh, they're still, ranked second in scoring here. Panthers, sixth. I just think the Bruins are just the far better team here. I'm going to take the Bruins on the puck line.
I agree with you, Mindy. Of course, they're the far better team. We know that. I did win with that puck line on a premium. I don't feel as confident. I think maybe we can get a one whole game tonight. I don't know. Let's see what you guys think. See, Butterscotch's going to go in regulation here. Demetrius Bruins. Leroy's here today. Hi, Leroy. And, well, look at this. 209 Valley checking in. And, well, hey, I appreciate 209 being here and chatting, but I'm going to have to go on the under, and this one is my pick. Hello to Jim Pritchett. Nice to have you. And he's got the under with me, Bionic Boston regulation. And again, Mindy might agree with you guys in that one. Just that we kind of stick to the puck line as the money play, because that's what we sell over at Tony's Picks. We don't have that regulation line available, that three-way line. Jerome going over, so got a couple people going against me a little bit, and again, I'm probably not getting the best price, but I'm going to go under. Mindy's going to go on the Bruins puck line. And you could still see that on my card. I'm not sure yet, though. I'm not saving it. I'm not disagreeing with Mindy. It's probably going to be Boston. Just not sure. I'm not sure if they get that puck line tonight. I'll decide. I will decide. All right, Mindy. What has gone wrong here to the Dallas Stars? Oh, boy. Uh-oh, Dallas Stars. What happened? A funny thing happened on the way to a hot streak. Minnesota grabbed that win in double overtime, and now they have the home ice advantage. They played well on the road. Dallas, for all their success, has been just okay at home, I'd say. But here, Dallas minus 150, 5.5 under 30.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go back with the Stars. I expect them to go ahead and bounce back, put the series back at even here. I think both these teams play, defensively, they're similar teams, but offensively, I still think the Stars have the advantage here in this one, and that's why I'm going to go with the Stars.
All right, Mindy. Well, if you're going to go on the Stars, I'm going to get back on the Stars. I did lose. I took them in a premium in the first game, and well, man, they put some pressure on themselves. It looked like in that one, just felt uncomfortable. Um, I think it's a fair price here. $1.50. They gotta win. I mean, they've got to win. Looks like we're gonna get a lot of Stars support here. Well, Butterscotch is on the Wild. Demetrius is going to be on the Stars. Curtis has got a lock on the Stars. 209 Valley on the Stars. Leroy on the Stars. So I think we can kind of call it a consensus here, with all due respect to Scotch. Enough on the Stars here to consider it. Maybe it's a great matchup. Oh, interesting. Jim says he does like a 1-goal game. Bionic says Stars even up this series. It's got to feel, Stars got to feel some pressure in this one. Wild played so well, especially late. All right, Mindy, one more and we'll get out of here. The nice show. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging in there. All 80 of you that have been hanging around today. Right at that 8, we got it up to about 80, Mindy, and everyone's been hanging out with us whole show. So appreciate it so much. All right, Mindy. The Kings, they got it done. 3 goals in the third period. They end up going on for the victory. The Oilers kind of shot themselves in the foot with some boneheaded plays late, no doubt about it. But the Kings play, pretty well against this team. They play well on the road. The Oilers also are kind of a team that at home, maybe they start to feel the pressure a little bit against good teams. The Oilers did take the steam in this one, though, and that's why they're up again 225 after the Kings really played quite impressively in the game, even though it was had to make a crazy comeback. And the penalty there at the end for the Oilers to give the Kings a big power play opportunity.
Oh, well, I had the Kings on the puck line last time. That's where I'm going to stay here again. I do think the Oilers kind of have to go ahead and ratchet up their defense here a little bit. So, again, I feel like when they're a lot more defensive heavy, it does kind of take a toll on them offensively as well. I'm going to take the Kings here on the puck line. Give me 1.5 goals at about minus 140.
Yeah, we can probably get it cheaper too, and I don't mind the play necessarily. I like the way the Kings ended up playing on the road there. Can they stay within a goal? I think they can. Feels like they can in this one. Man, it's just too big a price for me. I've got to take the Kings simply at a minus $1.35 puck line, $1.40, whatever it is. I feel like the Oilers are going to even up this series. I will tell you this: I like what Curtis. Look, I lost a premium on the total. I lost that total, and I deserved it, I guess. The team, but they're going to have to refocus here in the third period this time.
Right.
I like that play by Curtis. Here's Demetrius here. He's on the Oilers. Leroy on the Oilers. Whoops. The Jim says, "Hey, I want to mention I don't know you guys. I can't play DraftKings, but I don't know. I saw some people talking about in one of the chat rooms I hang out. There was like a prop where all 4 games to go overtime was like 200 to 1. Is that right? I guess it's not going to happen, but I'd probably put a few bucks down on that. I'd put $10 on that. You can even hedge out of it if the first, 2 games or so go overtime. Thanks, Marcellus. That's awesome. That makes me feel good. Yep. I almost feel like, what was I thinking with Edmonton puck line last game? Yeah. Rick says must win at home. Yeah, they're paying the price. So man, Edmonton's had a great season, but hey, the Kings were right there battling for the right. So $2, it just does seem too high, doesn't? Especially the Kings, the way they played so confidently down the stretch. Pick Zombies Kings here. Burley says going under in this one. Yeah, I gotta think so. All right, thanks, Mindy. Great job. We start to roll these plays. Don't forget about our website, Tony'sPicks.com. There you'll find our premium picks. Absolutely, our best picks are over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hopefully, these are some great picks here, and we'll have lots of winners. They're premium picks now because Mindy and I agreed on them, and you guys agreed on many of them. So these are premium picks for us together, but we're going to have our own premium picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages, including daytime baseball. So we're going to get out of here and try to.
And that happens in like about what? 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
No, 90 minutes, maybe.
Is it? I thought it was a 10:35 game. It's 11:35 game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got a little bit of time then. I was starting to, frantically be worried.
Let's take a look at those plays. Mindy's got them all typed in now. Let's take a look. We've got in baseball, we have those Rays on the run line, White Sox money line, Pirates money line, Mariners money line, Angels money line, Twins money line, Blue Jays money line. No totals. Uh-oh. And here comes the NBA where we're laying some points. Oh boy. Hi, C. James. Great to see you. And also in the NHL, our plays we got plays in all 3 games. Oh boy. Or 3 of the 4 games. I'm sorry. Thinking of basketball. Hurricanes money line, Stars money line, and Kings on the puck line. And let's throw up Jerome's plays as well. How about that? Thanks, Jerome. Thanks for your contributions today. And Paul says, yeah, and I'm not a parlay but I think anybody could do whatever they want. I'm never going to say, hey, don't play all your parlays. We know you're going to be paying the price playing the parlays. You're going to be basically taking a $100 bill and taking about $16 out of it and getting your $84 back unless you hit. We know that. So I would say, how about, Paul? Can we just give you that? Can we give you that 3-teamer right there? I don't know, right there. So we don't mind at all. But the one game we don't have, but we didn't agree on, was the Florida-Boston game. But Mindy did go the puck line, and I think Boston is just fine to win the game. I just think that Florida may be able to hang in there. So if I had to throw the 4th team in, Mindy, I'd throw in the Bruins and throw it in there. So
you can even get that Bruins on
parlays. I have no problem. I'm not gonna say, hey, we don't give out parlay. I know they wanted us to do some videos with parlay. I just didn't want to be kind of like, hey, but you guys can do whatever you want. So hopefully, thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Jerome. Thank you, Burley. Great to see you. And Butterscotch will get us out of here. Thanks, Mindy. Great job. Great show, everybody. Really appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow with more morning steam on Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Mindy, 6 Pacific. We'll be back with more free sports picks. Don't forget our premium picks over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll catch you in about 4 hours on Game Day Picks. All right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.